Hey, what's up? Welcome to Shooting the Bull. I am your host, Justin.
I'm Arianna.
Stepping over me. Yeah, Ross is here.
Ross
is here. Yeah, he's here. And, hey, man, you actually got to go out to the old North Carolina State Fair.
I did.
How'd that go?
It went, well, let's just get into it then.
Yeah, let's just dive right in.
Just do it.
Well, let me preface by saying I am not a huge fan of the fair anyway. I'm really not a big fan.
I worked at the state fair. Never again.
Ari was a display.
Yeah,
I was.
that's right.
I sold cattle corn, and then that evolved into doing some like little arm flip things for $5. It was really great.
See,
Made a killing.
everything at the fair is overpriced.
Yeah.
Charging $5.
$5 just to flip my arms over my head, and people would pay it.
I'd flip you off.
How did you go like into a secret little spot?
Oh no! I would just step out into like where the people were walking by, and I'm just
So
like,
some people could.
yes.
Oh,
Other people could see for free.
Okay,
But-
yeah.
I'm like, I'd look at them very scoldingly, like, you should pay.
Yeah.
Their morality kick in.
Well, speaking of scolding, we unintentionally broke the law.
What?
What'd you do?
Well, so Audra, she hurt her ankle. She works at a vet clinic for all the people listening. And she's standing pretty much all day long. So she hurt her ankle. So she has a handicap placard, I guess is what they're called, from your grandmother. And so she was like, well, let's just go to that parking because it'll be easier. I am kind of technically injured.
Yeah.
So we get in line, and one officer sort of goes, you guys are looking for a handicap parking? And we go, yeah. And he goes, okay, get into this line. So we go, and he's like, all right, go after this white van goes by. So the white van goes by, we start to go. A different cop, puts his hands up, like angry at us, and then wants a bus to go. We're just following what the other cop was going, but he was kind of acting like an asshole, and I guess we were too close, so he started telling us to go back, just kind of being a dick,
Yeah.
So, yeah. So the bus goes, he walks up, and I was like, oh, he clearly doesn't know that we were supposed to go. So maybe he's going to just ask us what the other guy asked us. So I wrote on the one who comes over, and he goes, handicap parking? We were like, yeah. And he was like, so whose handicap is this for? And I thought, I didn't really know we were under questioning.
Yeah.
I thought he was just asking like the other guy did. So I just instantly was like, oh, it's hers. And then he kind of gets down and he's just like, so that's your handicap? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, so if I take that right now and go run it, then it's going to come up with your name, right? And she was like, oh, no, it's like my grandma's. He's like, oh, it's your grandma, so it's not yours. And she was like, well, yeah, it's kind of like the family. And he just takes it. And then he's like, well, you know what you guys are doing right now? This is improper use of this. I can get you in, I can write you up a ticket for doing this.
Oh my gosh.
And we were like, what? And then he grabbed it and he was like, so this is your grandma's? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, well, it's you don't have it anymore. So your grandma's gonna have to go down and reapply for this because you just cost that for them. Just being such a bitch.
Little dick,
Oh
man.
my god.
Yeah.
What's up his ass?
I don't know.
She should have been like, well, my grandma's dead.
See, here's what happened. We're kind of like, all right, whatever. I felt bad because I felt like I kind of snitched on her.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know we were being
Under
questioned. So
questioning
he was like, who's this? And I was just like, oh, it's hers.
Yeah.
So it looked kind of like I just threw her under the bus, but I didn't mean to.
No, yeah.
So he says this, and we're kind of like, okay. So he takes it and he lifts his head up. He's closer to me than I am to the mic right now.
Oh my gosh.
And Audra goes, well, joke's on you, idiot, because she's dead and we have another one. I was like, Audra, what are you? He either didn't hear or pretended not to hear because he just kept walking. And I was like, he was right there when you said that.
Oh my god.
She was pissed.
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that's how that. So we had to go all the way out of, into some parking that was, I don't know how far away it was. It was quite long.
God.
But yeah, so that kicked it off. So
Cops are dicks.
Yeah, this guy was such an asshole. Yeah. I mean, he's clearly on a power trip.
Yeah.
He's got the tiniest bit of power, so he wants to
use it while he
flex
can.
it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's how this started. And I was like, I don't even want to go here anymore. I was like, yeah. So, but we ended up going, and then I sent you a text because one of the first places we went to, it was just wicker baskets everywhere. I was like,
Yeah.
I
He sent me a picture of a bunch of wicker baskets. I was like, get one.
I was like, I can't escape these wicker baskets.
They're everywhere.
But yeah, so we went, and it was just what you'd expect. Nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
But we went... actually, I don't know if this is a good time because people can only hear, but I got gifts for us.
Oh, let's do it.
All right.
What?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do either of you happen to be a proud Democrat?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a proud Democrat.
There we
I want
go.
the one with the ass.
There we
They
go.
all have asses.
Yeah.
Oh.
We got a bunch of stickers. The guy gave me the same sticker twice. I told him. He was like, here, do you want the sticker? And I was like, all right. And then he was like, he walked away and then came back and I had already forgotten me and was like, do you want the sticker? And I was like, you gave me one. He just gave me another one. So
That's awesome.
Yeah,
we go.
man.
Some stickers for everybody.
Proud Democrat over here.
Putting that on my guitar.
Did Audra wind up getting any Hillary Clinton stuff?
No, there really wasn't anything for her.
There was a lot of Trump, I heard.
Was a lot of Trump.
Yeah, my roommate was telling me there was like a bunch of people wearing shirts that like jail Clinton.
Yeah, Hillary for prison.
Hillary for president.
Yeah,
Hillary for
prison,
president.
2016. Yeah, they were everywhere, and I was looking at them, and I was like, not to be mean and not to.
But let's go ahead and do it.
Well, not to go down the Trump path of like rating images.
Yeah.
But like, just about everyone who I saw with little stickers, like little chubby girls. He's doing good with the little chubby girls. The ones who are too
That's because
young
they
to
want to get
vote.
grabbed in the pussy because they never do.
That's horrible.
Finally, someone who will.
But they were
terrible.
These are people too young to even vote.
That's terrible. That's why I should.
Yeah, they were too young to vote.
Yeah,
a lot
so-
of people, like there was some video for some campaigners for Trump, and they looked like they were 15.
Yeah, they were like, but they were all fat. I
let
didn't
me
see
tell you-
anyone in shape. But the best thing though, the thing that you'll love, there's no love for Hillary at this fair.
Right.
The Democratic thing was just like in a corner, and it was barely anything. There was a sticker that said "I'm with Ross," and I wanted to get that, but they didn't have any.
Oh,
That'd be great because they've got Deborah. I think that's
Deborah Ross. Yeah.
So they didn't have any of this, but Trump had like 2 tables like across from each other, just lined up with all this kind of stuff. But they had a Donald Trump and a Mike Pence cardboard cutout, life-size cardboard cutout.
I would have taken it.
I almost wanted to just like buy one, and just walk
I know.
around.
Like, give me a Trump. I want a Trump.
Let me get a Trump.
Let me get a Trump.
But yeah, I was like, man, there's so much love for this guy.
Well, I mean,
but-
look at where it is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not to denigrate them.
Yeah, I was about to say it's in the
But-
North Carolina State Fair. I mean, you're gonna.
Yeah.
Have you guys voted yet?
No, I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
I have not. Yeah, I'm planning on doing it.
Okay. Because
Yeah,
I went the first day that was open, and I went with my dad. And my dad is someone who likes to fight people
Yeah. He's gonna confront people.
on the issues. So, and he was doing really well. I was super proud of him because the previous elections he was like, oh yeah, well Obama's gonna kick your ass. And I'm like, oh shit. But
Yeah,
not
Obama's
with those,
gonna come down.
not with those words, with like his intellectual,
Yeah.
big IQ voice. But
Right.
we go there, and he was super good. Like, the person was like, would you like a Republican sample ballot? And my dad was like, no, thank you. The Democratic guy came over. Would you like a Democratic? He was like, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Then the veteran guy came over, and he's like, would you like a veteran's ballot? My dad said, no, I don't think so. And he's like, okay, well, you take your abortion ballot inside. And my dad was like, let's do this.
Yeah. Let's begin.
Let's begin.
It got so bad.
Shots fired. Shots
It
fired.
got so bad that the Republican guy handing out the ballots was like, okay, it's okay, just go vote for Hillary, it's fine. She'll be a great president, it's cool, it's fine. I was like, wow.
What a dickhead.
Woo! He's
The guy, not your dad.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, his name is Richard, so he is technically a dickhead. But he was like, oh, yeah, go enjoy your abortion ballot. I was just
Fuck
put a
off.
bad taste in my mouth. That was a bad day anyway.
That was, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
such a bad day. Because I went to go get my car serviced, and the guy behind the counter, he was a new dude. I'd never seen him before, and he was just like, oh, hey, I haven't seen... Like, the other guy was like, I haven't seen you in a while. What you been doing? I was like, oh, I just graduated college again.
Right.
And the guy was like, again? Oh, well, what do you have a degree? And I was like, I have my associates in arts, I have my Bachelor of Arts, and I have a psychology degree. And he was like, oh, psychology, so you're employable. I was like, bitch, I have paid more bills with my acting than I have with psychoanalyzing people.
Right.
Then I go to the gas station after waiting in there for 3 hours because they forgot my car was there. How do you forget a car is at a car dealership?
The dealerships don't seem to have their shit together.
They don't.
I've never seen one that actually was running smoothly.
Absolutely. But I went to go have an oil change one time
Yeah.
at a dealership, and I go in there and I go, a simple oil change. Isn't that like day one of mechanics school?
Yeah.
You go in there and, all right, class, we'll start with something easy. We'll learn how to change the oil on a car.
I know how to change the oil.
Well, good. I'll just have you do it. So no, really. So I go to this dealership and I pull in there, and the guy, comes out, takes the car. Well, they're finished with it. I get back in the car and I turn the thing on and I start heading down the road. Smoke is billowing out the back through every hole in this car. Smoke is coming in through the interior.
Yeah.
I turn the thing around. I head back. I pull into this place. I don't want to say the name. I pull into this place. And I open up the hood, and smoke is just, way up, and smoke's just going over. And the guy's like, I think you have a problem. And I'm like, no shit. What gave that idea? They never took the oil out of the car. They put oil in the car.
So they just overloaded it with oil.
They overloaded it with it. They put more oil in there. So the guy, he puts the thing up. He's like, well, let's take a look. And I told him I changed the oil. So he opens the thing. Oil starts pouring out of this thing, just as black as could be. And he's like, oh, the guy never took the wool out of the car. Silly.
No flippity shittity do.
So I'm like, well, you're going to fix that, right? So, that right there, shaved, miles off my engine anyway.
Oh, yeah. It could have killed it right there.
And I'd only had that car. That was my first oil change in that car.
Yeah.
So I was like, guys, I'm going to try to kill my car. Yeah. But back to the Donald Trump thing. I heard something today that gives me a little hope, because I did have a worrisome afternoon when I was watching the news, because
you should go vote then, because the one in Sanford usually has an oversee. The Republican ballot is yellow, or the sample ballot, and the sample ballot for the Democratic is blue. It was a sea of blue in Sanford. It's normally Republicans.
Already, based on who's voted, the Democrats have a higher turnout rate so far,
49 to 30 something percent.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but the Trump campaign, that was hard to say for some reason. The Trump campaign released their map of what they think is going to happen and where their battleground states are, and there was a lot of red in it. Of course, they're going to paint the picture that looks like they can still win the thing.
Right.
So I got a little nervous, but
the colored map always looks like it's going to Republicans, because there is more red, but the states have less people.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why
they get a bunch of states full of nobody.
But on this point, lately Trump's big thing is that the election is rigged.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's been saying that for a long time. The election is rigged, and it's rigged against him, and he might not actually consent to the win. Yeah. Well, here's the deal. They were talking to Trump supporters in a small town and asking them, are they going to go out and vote? Mm-hmm. And a lot of them were saying, I love Donald Trump. I support Donald Trump. He'd make a great president. I'm totally behind him, but I'm not going to vote because the election's rigged.
Yeah.
Do you see the problem?
It's kind of like,
do you see the problem?
Yeah.
Is that this whole rig thing is kind of going against him, because now people are saying, well, why even bother? It's rigged. Hillary Clinton's going to win anyway.
That's like if you have a job set up and you have the interview, they've already asked you to come in. They're like, oh, yeah, the job sounds great. It would pay really well. But someone else is probably going to get the job anyway, so why should I even go in?
Yeah, that's
like,
terrible.
Well, you're losing your chance by not doing anything about it.
That's a terrible thing to do, because they're saying, well, I don't even have a chance. I'm not even going to cast a vote. Well, if you cast a vote, then you have a better chance than not casting a vote.
But then, so we have the people that aren't going to vote because it's rigged, and then we have the people that are going to go vote November 28th. So I think we're good.
I think we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think things are looking on the bright side.
Did you guys see the dinner? The Al Smith dinner?
That was awkward. I did.
I felt bad. I've never felt as bad for him as I did then.
Didn't he get booed?
Oh,
he was booed. It was awkward. Did you see the guy behind him?
Oh, yeah.
Looked like he got shot. He was just all of a sudden sitting there. He was just sitting there watching it, and then he said, Hillary Clinton is so corrupt. That guy's face went like...
Yeah.
It just lit up.
I know. I was telling Andre, I was like, had he gone out on the Melania joke, which was a genuinely funny joke, had he gone out on that would have been probably one of his best performances in his entire political career.
That was good.
But he lost it in the last half.
Well, it turned into everything he said in the debate. It's supposed to be it's supposed to try to be a fun evening of roasting and poking fun.
Lighten the mood.
And he turned it into a mess. He screwed that up.
I was sitting there, I was standing when I was watching it, just staring at it like, this isn't going good at all. I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I wasn't even laughing. Because usually when someone bombs, it's funny.
Yeah.
I wasn't even laughing. I was like, this is fucking horrible.
I wasn't either.
I felt bad for him. I
was watching it I had my hand over my mouth.
There's a difference between bombing and imploding.
Yeah.
And bombing is funny because you're just like, okay, I know what happened. Yeah, I get it. You're having a bad day.
Yeah.
Imploding is where like you just fucked up beyond repair.
Yeah.
You are fool.
No, really. I had my hand over my mouth just watching the whole thing in disbelief. And then it made it. When Hillary got up there, I couldn't like laugh at it because I was still.
Hillary killed it though.
She did, but I found that I couldn't like really laugh at it as much because I was like, oh my god,
I felt
I was awkward.
Yeah, I felt like maybe I'm just too empathetic because I don't like him, but I felt like genuinely bad for him. I was like, that must be fucking horrible. Because he's just forcing through it, you know.
Yeah.
But does he even know that he messed up?
Here's the thing, and this is what I was telling, and this is a couple times now. I've put myself in the very undesirable position of kind of defending Trump. I feel like he's not A, funny enough to know those weren't funny, and B, not smart enough to know that those were offensive.
Right.
I don't think the stuff he said was really like pretty horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he
saying
said
like,
she hates Catholics.
Yeah, it's like that's not the joke you want to say in that.
There's a cardinal sitting in there.
Yeah, well, it's a Catholic
event,
charity thing,
and he says,
she hates Catholics the Catholics.
Well, the whole point of it was it came out with the WikiLeaks that she's talking to Wall Street and saying, I have one opinion with you guys and I have to have a public opinion that they're different. So he decided to go after a joke with that and said, she thinks it's acceptable to have one opinion private and public. And he was like, look, tonight she's here pretending not to hate Catholics. And this was also sort of a joke because John Podesta, who works with her in the leaks, said he wanted to have, I think, a Catholic spring, equating it to the Arab Spring where they kill each other.
Oh my gosh.
So it was a horrible thing for him to say. But again, he said it in a private email. He can say
what he wants. You can say whatever you want, as long as it's not too offensive.
Yeah. So he thought, I'll merge these two into a really funny joke. Guess what? She's pretending not to hate all of you. And it was like... That's not good.
It's not funny.
But
man.
I don't think he's smart enough to know that was that out of line.
Yeah.
And then I went to go get a drink. Right. I had this conversation with Audra. I stepped away from it to go get a drink. I came back and I said, Audra, I don't agree with this, but I'm just throwing it out there. Is it possible that Donald Trump just happens to be the most misunderstood guy in politics ever? Maybe,
it's like always catching him on a bad day.
Maybe he's not that bad. Maybe he's just the most inarticulate,
like at Trump Towers,
misunderstood people in the world.
He's donating all of these charities. He's calling everyone it's like a really heavy set person. He's like, you're beautiful on the inside and the outside. Don't care what people say.
Yeah.
Then he steps outside and he's like, oh, look at this fat broad.
Yeah,
and like, oh wait,
I think it's actually. I'm going to disagree with Arianna. I don't think it's that at all.
Well, that's what Audra said. I said that, and Audra goes,
no. Well,
of course it's not.
No. I think it's, to me, when I look at him, I do feel sad. I honestly do, but it's in a different way than what Arianna said. And I think it's in a different way than what you feel. The other day, when we were talking on the show about him sitting in Trump Tower all along, I had this idea of the guy who secretly inside is a hurt child.
Yeah.
And because I think that he goes out and he says all these things, and he honestly believes when he sees his crowds that he is leading this revolution and people love him. But then he goes home and he's completely alone and no one wants any time with him, and he turns on...
Oh, no. I'm not saying that he's a good person. I'm saying that was a joke.
That was a joke.
That was totally a joke.
And just to be clear...
He totally has a disassociated ego.
Yeah, and to be clear, when I posed that question, I already disagree with it. Yeah.
No, I honestly do. I honestly feel like he cannot...
He can't do wrong in his own eyes.
No, right. I think that everything he thinks, like when he comes under attack, he thinks, they're only attacking me because of the good that I'm doing, and
because
that they
know
scared,
that I'm strong, and they're jealous,
and they're attacking me because of that. They're not attacking
me. Like politically correct. And he's just being honest.
And I'm being honest, and I'm getting attacked when I'm the good guy, and you should all see that what I am doing is the right thing. Yeah. The path to hell is paved.
Oh my God! You just said hail.
Hail.
The path to
also,
hell.
Before you said oil instead of oil.
The path to hell.
I've gone them so many times for that because I did that too.
Hey, look where I'm from, okay?
Oil.
The path to hell is paved with good intentions.
Real quick though, you just reminded me. When we were leaving the fair, there was a guy up on like a street light. You know, they have that like cement thing that you can stand on. He was on that talking about how Jesus is the only way.
Was he one of those, what's his name, brother something?
There's some dude I just walked by pretending not to hear.
Oh yeah, there's some
What?
There's some dude that
I don't hear very well.
he goes to universities and he preaches about how homosexuality is a sin. All of you are going to hell unless you get redemption. And I'm like, okay.
It was one of those kind of guys.
But
I don't know if he said those, but I just remember hearing him saying, like, don't you guys know that Jesus is the only answer?
I think his name is actually Father Ross.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Father Ross.
I think his name is Father or Brother Ross or Father Ross.
Preach it, Brother Ross. Tell us about the powers of Jesus and how we need Jesus
Am
to
I
come
the
into our
only
lives.
good Ross?
I think so.
The only good authentic Ross.
I think you're the only.
The other good Rosses aren't really Ross.
That's right.
Right.
But I can.
They're half Ross.
Yeah.
They're
Donald
Rose.
Trump. Donald Trump scares me in a way that I feel like, could I possibly turn out like Donald Trump? Do you ever feel like, and when I get to be that age, will I ever be like Donald Trump?
I think,
because now I come home and I think I've done a good job at the day, and I think I'm living a good life.
And you go and you sit on your throne and you don't pay taxes. Yeah.
No, but listen, I come home and I only have the cat and I have nothing else, and I'm alone a lot of the time.
Well,
so I'm like, am I really a loser?
Well, then you won't be, because first off, you haven't gotten a small loan of $1 million, and you haven't been married 4 times.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. I think a lot of his is just the fact that he was given everything. He never really earned anything.
Yes.
So he never really could do wrong.
He has no discipline.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to work out in well because having them decide that the election is rigged, they're not actually showing up to the polls. However, guess what I did today? I got kind of a funny story. Moving away from politics back into the line of stuff.
It's terrible.
Okay.
It is terrible. It is heartbreaking. It is sad. But it's also
Is it going to upset me?
It's funny. Maybe. So I'm going.
I'm sensitive. I'm in a fragile mood today.
You're gonna cry then.
I'm going down the road.
This morning. When
This
it's dark
morning,
outside.
it's like 6:30. I'm going 60 miles per hour down the road, heading to work for another beautiful day at the EPA. And as I'm going along the road, I'm just going along, and all of a sudden I hear, dook. And I thought, what was that?
Yeah.
So I thought I hit something in the road, like something was laying on the road.
Yeah,
like
an
a
animal.
stick or something.
No,
like an
it's
animal.
like a beautiful,
like a small child.
creature of earth.
So I'm like, what was that?
Like
So
an
anyway,
innocent little happy thing.
I go to work, and I pull into the security gate, and the 2 security guards wave me on by, and I park, and I get out of the thing.
Worse.
And
I can already see where this is going.
and I get out, and I don't even,
No, it throws you for a loop.
Really?
I don't even look at I don't even go to the front of the car.
No, why would you? It's
I
not
just-
like you hit anything.
No. So I get my stuff, and I go into work, and I go on about my day. About 2:00, one of the guys comes into the office, and me and my good buddy Brian are sitting there, and he goes, "Hey guys, you'll never believe this, but there's a car out in the parking lot that has a damn bird hanging off it."
That's what I thought. Not a bird, but I thought someone was stuck to it.
And I was like, "No way!" And I was like, "How big is it?" He says, "The damn thing is huge." He was like, "I don't know how this person did not even know that they hit a bird."
Right.
And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, show me the photo.
And I said, he said,
Let's go
"Yeah."
look.
And I said, "Well, what was the car?" Because then I got to thinking, wait a minute. I remember this morning I heard a thunk.
Yeah.
So I said, well, what was the car? He goes, "It's a Mazda." And I'm like,
show me a photo.
"Do you have a picture?" And he goes, "Yeah."
He took a picture of it.
Yeah. So he showed me the picture of it. It's my car. I said, "Dude, I think that's my car."
So he and Brian go out to his car with a trash bag and pliers?
Yes.
Ugh.
We go out there with it because I saw the photo and I was like, we might need pliers.
How big was it?
Let me show you the picture. I have a picture.
So he pulls, so they go there, they pull it out, and they realize it's a fucking owl. He hit an owl.
Yeah.
That is
That's what
worse.
threw me for the loop. I was like, okay, you hit something, whatever. And he's like, nope, it was an
that
owl.
There's an owl stuck in your car.
Dude, there is
At least that's not too graphic.
And then
No.
he tells the shittiest joke of all time.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
Okay.
All right. Do you know what the last thing the owl said was when it hit my car?
What?
Owl.
The worst.
I thought you were gonna say something like,
Who hit me?
how many cars does it take to get to the center of the owl?
One.
Just one. Nobody knows.
No, really. There's like a gap of like an inch and a half, and this owl's head went in it.
Oh, it's his head first.
It was head first, man. But if you look at the picture, his wings are actually spread out. Like it's like he was like.
Imagining his life. I believe I can fly.
Right into the front of a Mazda. But I was going 60 miles per hour. He must have been.
Isn't the Mazda symbol a little owl?
No.
What's that? It's like it looks
it's like a little. It's just
like
a little
arch.
M.
Maybe I just thought it was like an owl.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it could. I guess it could have the resemblance.
How fast do owls fly?
I don't know. At least enough to run into the front of a 60.
Well, whatever it was, because that would be 60 miles that way, plus the momentum of an owl flying that way. So, like towards each other.
I've never seen an owl fly very vigorously.
Fast. It glides.
Kind of like glide, yeah.
But man, his head went right in the thing. In fact, when I went to go pull him out, his head got stuck, and I had to yank it out. And I yanked it, but I pulled it this way, and I didn't want to look because I thought I'd ripped its head off.
I'm thinking, how can you do this? You hate that kind of stuff.
I did it, though.
You just had to.
Brian held the bag, and it's my car, so I figured I got to get the owl off.
Yeah.
So I took a bag, and I wrapped it around my hand, and I grabbed the owl with the bag. And I just pulled it out. And then, actually, at first we thought it was a hawk.
Yeah.
Because it looked like a baby hawk.
It was,
you know?
Oh.
And so I thought, I actually would rather it be a hawk. Because when I pulled it out and I saw it was an owl, I like owls and partial owls. And so I pull them out and I'm like, oh, it's an owl. That's kind of what I did. I was like, it's an owl. So we looked at it for a little bit. We were like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, owls are just more like, they're more intellectual looking.
Yeah.
They're wiser.
Yes.
This one looked better.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's looked, I imagine he's looked better.
You probably have better days.
Did he damage your car?
Not at all.
Really?
Damaged him, but not the car.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say his head came off.
No. He was all intact.
Yeah, I was waiting for the decapitation moment.
Yeah,
what did you do with him?
Put it in a bag and then threw it in a dumpster.
What an honorable way to go.
Yeah. I mean, what else? What else is there to do? Yeah, no, not on
Return it to the earth.
Not on the EPA ground.
No.
But yeah, the damn thing was hanging out, and the security guard never said anything about it. Of course, it was really dark.
They probably thought it was a hood ornament.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I told.
Like
that's what I told my
thing.
Like,
oh, it's so cute. Oh, you should have kept it on for Halloween.
I know, right? That's what I told my manager. I went over and I said, "Hey, do you want to see my new hood ornament?" And he was like, "Yeah, let me see it." And I showed him. He was like,
yeah. "Oh my gosh!"
But nice. I did that today. We had So you went to the fair and you pissed off a cop. Mm-hmm. But we went zombie paintball shooting.
That was so much fun. We got on a military car and we shot some actors, and it was great.
Yeah, cool. So you go to this thing. It's called Extreme Haunt, and you go and you get, like she said, there's a military truck that's got the paintball guns mounted to it. So you get on the truck, and you have to buy the paintballs and whatnot, of course, and then you put them in, and the truck takes off, and you ride through the woods and like little concrete buildings and whatnot, and these zombie actors kind of come out, and you just pelt them with paintballs. Ari was killing it over there. She was just pop, pop, pop,
do you have to hit them in the face though?
No.
That's where you would aim.
I mean,
I tried to hit him in the head. Yeah.
that's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to kill the zombie. I got one in the eyeball.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
I mean, I don't know. It didn't hit me. I didn't seem to phase that other guy.
Wait, what? You got hit in the eyeball?
No, I shot the zombie in the eyeball.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't hurt?
No, he kept going.
Oh.
They weren't like people. They're people, but they're wearing these big suits.
Yeah, they got like these helmets on.
Oh, I thought it was just like dressed up like one.
No. The costume looks like one, but it's big, and you can tell when it hits, you hear that thwack.
Oh, okay.
So you could tell, like when I shot him in the eyeball, the paint spread across his eye because there's glass there.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, still, it was cool.
It's a good shot.
It was a good shot.
Yeah,
I know that's one of the zombies. I don't know if you saw this. Got hit in the dick because he fell over like, like, oh no! Hope that wasn't me.
How many people were shooting?
It was me, Ari, Tommy, his girl, Dave Bates, and his friend. I can't remember.
So just a smaller. You guys went together like a little group of survivors.
I can't remember.
I don't want to say it's Patricia. I don't think that's right.
I don't even.
Something with a P.
I couldn't even guess. I wouldn't even know.
But you guys were like, it was like your little group of survivors. It was kind of how it was played out.
Yeah, it's kind of like it. Like you're on a truck and there's two military guys on the truck.
And they keep saying, "Stay frosty!
Stay frosty,
people!" And they're playing really loud, awesome bass music. And you're like, yeah!
You're going at
So you just stay on the truck firing?
Yeah, you stay on the truck. Actually, I was thinking about this. I wish they had a part where the truck would like shut off Like, oh, we can't get it started. You're gonna have to. And the zombies like come at you, and they get the truck started.
That would be fun. Like,
That'd be
in
So
the
like
woods or
clawing at the
something.
truck. And
Yeah, that would be awesome. But I did scream though. I did.
You scream for no reason. Made me scream because I'm an empathetic screamer.
Right.
So no, it wasn't for a good reason. The truck is going by this wall, and as we're going by, one of them pops up right in front of me. I shot it right in the face, and I went ah. The next thing you know, she's like ah, because I just started screaming.
You're definitely a screamer. Mm-hmm. You scream with games.
Oh yeah.
Oh God!
And yeah, I will. I was playing the game Emily Wants to Play. And every time something popped, ah!
You made me. You didn't make me scream. You made me like jump.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not much of a screamer. Anytime I've ever been in any kind of like scary situation, I get really, really like calm.
Were you on the ride with Grant that one time where he was just screaming? We were going through the haunted house ride.
Yeah, he used that as a joke though.
Yeah, he was doing it. Yeah,
because it was so not.
It was
scary.
so not scary at all. It sucked so bad.
It's just like a guy standing in there. He's ah!
I know. He would everything he would see. He would just
a little like plastic bat drops on. Ah!
He was doing it to be funny.
We passed by like a snake in a cage.
Yeah, he was doing it to be funny because everything in that ride sucked.
And that ride was like mad expensive too.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it was so bad. There was like periods of where you're just going and there's nothing.
And it was like it took like maybe a minute.
Yeah, and you'd see like a little
God.
plastic bat just hanging in front of you. So he would see it and just just scream as loud as he could. Just that was funny.
That was the year that we went on the like drop. I don't know what it's called. Like,
Oh yeah. I did not. I didn't.
No,
ride
you didn't,
anything.
but,
I held stuff the whole time.
Yeah, Audrey Grant and I went on there, and we sit down, and we like click our little thing, and then instantly just clicked back open. And we're like, click it back down, click back open. The guy walked over and like clicks it, and then just kind of like it unclicks, and he pushes it, and then he just kind of pushes it harder, and then he's like, there you go, and then walked away. It was like. So I was just like holding it down because it was
Like
not
stay down.
Not feeling good about this.
Nope. And the thing when it clicks open, it goes like super fast, and there's like a bar right here. So if you're not paying attention, that thing could just smash your teeth.
Oh my God!
I'm surprised no one's got hurt on that yet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a different kind of scary.
Speaking, did you watch The Walking Dead this weekend?
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Let me ask first of all, are you feeling good? Is everything okay? Let's go ahead and let's take a moment. I know she doesn't watch the show, but let's
take a moment of silence. I know that someone important.
Let's me and you work through this.
Someone important died.
What did you?
Okay, so first of all,
before you like, who did you think it was going to be?
Eugene.
Okay.
So I'm expecting the little bitch who cried through the entire thing to get hit in the head, and it wouldn't have bothered. I mean, I would have been upset.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have bothered me. Now, Abraham is one of my favorite characters.
That's what I thought. I had it down to Abraham, Daryl, or Michonne.
But you know what I like about Abraham, and the reason why I think he did get killed, is that the entire time Negan is walking around with the bat, everyone's looking down. Abraham was sitting on his knees looking at him the whole time like, I dare you.
Oh, he went out like a bad.
And he even said, suck my nuts.
Yeah, after the first hit.
He gets hit in the head with a baseball bat with a barbed wire wrapped around it. He's like, suck my nuts.
Yeah.
And then
Glenn, I wasn't prepared for.
I
knew that happened in the
happened, but comic. I literally had this moment of like, oh my God, it's Abraham. Oh, please don't be Abraham. And then it was Abraham, and he's sitting there, and I was like, oh man, that sucks so bad. Yeah. But I was like, okay, it's Abraham. Yeah. I can get through this, but at least it's not Glenn. It's not anyone else. Okay, we're good. And then, damn it, if he doesn't get back to the thing, and there was a camera angle. Uh-huh. I know, I'm a filmmaker, so I understand angles. Uh-huh. And there was an angle that freaked me out. It was that angle right before he got hit, and it was showing Negan, and it was showing him all aloof in the background. Yeah. And it was right there, and I thought, oh, something's not right. Yeah. And then when Daryl jumped on him, I was like, oh, he's going to kill someone else. Because I remember, like, after Abraham died, they didn't show... they showed Rick, but he wasn't as torn up as he was before. Because you remember when the episode started, he says he's all torn up, and he says, it's not going to be today, it's not going to be tomorrow, but I'm going to kill you. Yeah. And so I was like, well, where was that scene? So I was like, oh, he's going to kill someone else.
Well, and Negan says, it starts off and he goes, was the joke that bad?
Yeah, was the joke that bad? What's he talking about? Yeah. He said, was the joke that bad? And then when he hit Glenn, I said, oh my God, I cannot believe what's about to happen.
Audra and I were texting, and she was she said after it turned out to be Abraham, she was like, well, I can be okay with it just
That's
being
kind of how it was.
and then like right after she sent that, he went out Glenn, and I was like,
Ooh.
About that.
I know. Audra cried, she told me.
Did she really?
Yeah, she said.
Oh, yeah, she told me that too.
Oh.
I thought you were there with her.
No, I was watching it here by myself. When he hit Glenn, I stood up from the chair and I spent the rest of the episode pacing the room. Because
really
I could not handle it. I was like, not that. And then I think what did it for me the most was the way Glenn looked. His eye was bulging out of his head.
His eye comes out in the comic.
Yeah.
And so
he was trying to talk, and he was, and then like when he finally said, Maggie, I'll find you.
Yeah.
And that was the last thing he said. And then like Maggie, his wife, was sitting there watching the whole thing.
Yeah.
From across, and he looks at her with his eye hanging out, blood everywhere. He can barely speak, but he manages to say, Maggie, I'll find you. And then Negan proceeds to bash the rest of his head in, and then he's laying there. One of the fan favorites is laying there, fingers twitching and everything with no head. I was just like, I can't handle what's happening.
No,
it was disgusting.
I was hoping that
it made me feel terrible.
I was hoping that maybe he would survive, like after the first hit. His eye came out. I was like, well, maybe he'll like. He won't kill him, and he'll just be all messed up. I thought they were going to cut off Rick's arm because his arm gets cut off in the...
And he has a hook.
Yeah, and then they didn't, and then they had it be his son, and I was like, they really...
well, see, that's what I was saying. When he started, when they brought his son over and they lifted up his shirt and they drew a line, he says, I want you to cut your boy's arm off. I said, what is this show doing?
Yeah.
Are they just going to kill everyone tonight?
Yeah.
Is the season premiere of the season finale?
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening here?
Well, that was horrible for a fan, but from like just a filmmaking or TV, whatever, it was brilliant because they had everybody trying to figure out who it was. Nobody had any. I never heard anybody suggest that it might be more than one.
Yeah. Everybody was like, well, who is the guy it's going to be? Yeah. No one ever thought that like they'd kill two people and flirt with the idea of cutting off Carl's arm when he's already missing an eye. Yeah.
I thought Glenn was safe though because they kill him in the comics and it's changed so much. I was like, I bet Glenn's safe.
And he's not, dude. He is dead.
Nah,
he is dead as can be. But I tell you what, I like I told everybody else, I said I waited all that time. Just could not wait to find out who it was. Now I wish I did not know.
Yeah, well,
I wish I was back when Glenn and Abraham were still alive and they were just on their knees waiting to get. Yeah. I wish, but really any of them I wouldn't have.
No, but I was on Audra the day before, because we were excited about it, and I was like, this is going to be horrible, though. Yeah. Like, I'm super excited for the show to be back, but like, this is going to be a horrible episode to have to watch.
And it was. It was a terrible episode to watch. I don't know. Someone said it bad. The show going forward will never be the same. Like the group has changed so much. Rick was on his hands and knees begging in tears for Negan to leave him alone. Rick is always the guy who is like, "I'm gonna kill you." Like the time when they were at the
he said it to him
Trinity. Yeah, and the time they went to that place and the guy had that. Knife of his, and he says, "What is that? Is that your knife or axe or something?" And he says, "Yeah, and I'm going to use it to kill you." Yeah, and it turns out he actually did. Yeah. Rick is always that guy, like, "Oh, don't screw with me. If you screw with me, I'm going to kill you." And then finally, we see him at the end of the episode. He's on his hands and knees, crying, begging just to leave them alone. Yeah, like it's like, what is happening, man? Negan's finally got a great show. You really should watch it. I don't think he would like it at all, but it's a really good show. Oh,
I don't know. God. I'm not really into like the cult TV shows.
It took me a while.
She's a hipster when it comes to
shut the fuck up. I know two of the makeup artists, and then Mike was on it, so I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's cool to know that like I have friends that are working on it, but
I only got into it a year ago. Because I remember, Justin, you would watch it, and you were trying to get us to watch it.
Yeah, I actually got into it season 3, because I watched the show when it first came on, and I was like, I don't really like it. Yeah. But then season 3 came, and I was like, I'm going to give it another chance, and I was like, God, it's gotten so much better. Yeah. And it's only gotten better.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people, well, not a lot, but enough people disagree with that, but I don't know what they're talking about. Because I think back to the first couple seasons, what did
they do last night on? I remember what did they do last night on The Walking Dead. They walked around some more.
Yeah, they walked with.
Well, I didn't like any of the other characters. They whittled down all the.
Yeah, the ones the ones literally. This is how good the characters have gotten. The ones that were on their knees that night, possibly about to die. Every one of them, I didn't want anything to happen to any of them. Yeah. And you know what's interesting? I was talking to someone about this at work. the characters are so good on that show that I know that Michael Chiklis is fine, but when that happened, it was almost like these people are real. Like,
wait, Michael Chiklis is in that?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Michael Chiklis?
Excuse me. Michael, whatever.
Michael Chiklis, the guy we like.
No.
Shit about a couple weeks ago.
It's close. I screwed up his last name.
Okay.
It's close to Chiklis.
I was like, Michael Chiklis is that dude who did that horrible fucking album that we like destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, it's not him. I screwed up his last name. But
wait, what the fuck is Michael Chiklis in that show?
But anyway, great show. Hate that it's moved on. However, if a zombie apocalypse actually happened,
Yeah.
and we're the group, who in the group does what?
What are the assignments? Like,
I don't know. What are we gonna do? If a zombie apocalypse was to happen right now, what would we do? What would be the first thing we would do?
Shoot myself in the head. Like, bye. I ain't doing this.
That's what you would do?
Really?
You'd shoot yourself in the head?
Fuck that. If I have to like go around and know that I have to scavenge for food for the rest of my life, knowing I will die eventually, either I get bit by a zombie or I eat something that is out of date and poisoned. No.
If I got bit by a zombie, just shoot me in the head.
Oh my god, I would gladly shoot you in the head.
She'd be like leading zombies to you. Be like, come on, just fight him.
I'd be like, get something to bite. Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, I'd pretend to bite you myself. Be like, oh, zombie. No, I'm just kidding.
Man.
But if I had to live, if killing myself was not an option, then because clearly it wouldn't be. I don't know. I'd be like a medic type.
Me and Grant, me and my old buddy Grant, we actually had a plan.
Yeah, I remember.
We planned this out. If the zombies should happen, here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And it was first of all, the end. You got to get to the ocean. You got to get on a boat.
They do that in the
Fear the Walking
game.
Yeah, you got to get on a boat. But we were gonna go to the Walmart first because you could stockpile so much. In fact, if you could find a way to just live in the Walmart, like board it up and everything, you would be set. Think about that.
Everyone would be going there though.
Everyone would be going there. Be constantly messed up.
So it'd be just like going to Walmart anyway.
Yeah, really. I bet you in a zombie apocalypse, you still couldn't get a checkout line.
Only one lane would be open. Damn it!
There's no one around.
Getting supplies, I guess, would be priority.
Yeah.
Supplies is always priority. Guns, which we live in the South, so we're set.
Yeah, Walmart.
Yeah.
Guns.
You can get guns at Walmart and ammo. That's why Walmart would be like the best fortress ever.
Yeah.
Because you got entertainment, you got food, you got all that stuff like that, and you got guns, you got ammo. Which you need to kill zombies. But hey, based on my paintballing the other night, I've got the zombie thing down. I'm not worried about it.
I think I'd be good too.
I think she would actually.
I was aiming for. First, I got him in the head, and I was like, okay, so I know he's dead. But then I still had a lot of bullets left over, so I was like, fuck you! Just like shooting in the heart, and then stomach, and then like places that could actually just kill you.
Yeah.
I was like, ah,
gotta go for the head, man.
I did the head
Go
first.
for the head.
Yeah, she went the head. She got the head.
Head first, and then I just had fun with it.
I did a bunch of headshots.
Yeah, I've never been like super into zombies aside from the show.
I like doing zombie makeup, but besides that,
That was actually why it took me so long to get into the show because I never really cared about zombies.
See, I think that's why it'd be good now for the people who aren't, because when was the last time the zombies are really?
It's not really even about them.
It's about the people left now.
Yeah,
the zombies really are not a threat in that show no more.
So where would you want to go? I mean, you said the water, but
well, I'd want to. Well, I think I would just like to. Because here's the deal. I look at it this way: the zombies eventually are going to rot away. So all you have to do
let's just get away for a little bit.
is try to get away for a little bit. Now the problem is when you come back, the people left over, what are they going to be like? Are they going to be like the people in The Walking Dead? That's the thing. Who could you trust?
Do you think that the government would become non-existent though, like it does in every single zombie story?
I think there's always a government somewhere.
Yeah.
Like
There'd be a new form of government as soon as everything's settled down.
Yeah.
Someone's always going to be running the thing. That's why, actually, I was talking about this today. The guy.
Where would you boat to?
I think I would stay within contact of the land. Just kind of go out there a little bit to where it would be hard to come out to where I was.
Is it a worldwide apocalypse, or is it just the United States?
I don't know.
Because if it was...
But you see, the thing,
I would want to... the United States, then it would go to Canada and then Mexico.
Yes, but I would only want to...
That's why we need that wall.
That's why we need a wall.
Man.
Oh, man.
Trump is right.
If we had a wall, the zombies couldn't get through. We would all say
I'd
Trump
probably
is a
just
genius.
boat to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Just go chill on an island for a little bit.
Yeah.
Or Cuba, because it's just right there.
Yeah, you would be one of the rare people actually trying to get into Cuba.
I'd go to Cuba.
Cuba.
Cuban coffee is ridiculous.
If I was gonna, coffee is ridiculous.
No, Cuban coffee is just like 8 times the caffeine. You're like, wow,
wow,
I'm alive.
No, but yeah,
just give it to the zombies.
Yeah.
I think I would want to sit on a boat, and I think I would want to keep in touch with the land so I could go in and scavenge every now and again, but quickly get back on my boat and leave. Because you're not going to be able to sit out on your boat the entire time waiting for the zombies around. I mean, you're going to have to come back to shore eventually.
Yeah,
you're going to have to. Mm-hmm. And so I think I would just chill out on the boat, when I got home, go in, scavenge a little bit, come back, sit out and chill. And then when it's finally safe, go back and just try to rebuild, in the area I was in. Rebuild. We're always, everything's always got to be rebuilt. You got to rebuild, you know what I mean? They tear it down, what you got to do? You got to build it again.
Yeah.
I would go get a plane.
Get a plane?
Mm-hmm.
And just what?
I would see because I know 2 pilots, I would go see if they were alive and be like, hey, you want to go hang out in England for a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah. Why does everything stop working in all these stories?
Because no one is manning the electricity, no one's manning the water plants.
I feel like those places they would flock there first to make sure someone is going to be able to do that, though.
Yeah. Sense.
It'd be like, let's make sure we send out people to these specific spots to keep everything running.
Yeah, if a zombie outbreak were to happen in the United States and then everyone that was able-bodied left and all that was left was zombies, the power plants would shut down.
Yeah.
So the United States would be nothing to come back to.
Yeah, it just seems like everybody flees in no direction in particular. And I just don't see why anyone would ever do that.
So I took a test. Good
for you.
Thank you. On how long I could survive a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah,
and it was 4.5 years.
Yeah, I'm almost like, I'm kind of like you. I think I would just end it. It depends on who else is alive.
I mean, think about the outcome of what was left.
It'd suck.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
your only hope for happiness would be is if there was a treatment for the zombies and you could cure everyone.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't want you to commit suicide.
Then I would have someone shoot me. So then it would be homicide.
Well, I'm not going to shoot you.
Then I'm shooting someone's putting a bullet in my head. Whether it's you or me, it's happening.
They covered this, didn't they, in the show? Didn't someone want to kill themselves?
Oh, yeah.
I forget who it was. It was someone I didn't care about.
No. I mean, I totally get that, because eventually there has to come a point where,
either the zombies win or you win.
Well, you get tired. Will you get tired of running around from the zombies? I'm telling you, the zombie thing will end because, they're rotting flesh, and that's not going to stay up on its 2 feet for long.
Right. How long does it take for a body to decompose?
To the point where it can't walk, I'm not sure.
Also, what's keeping a zombie alive? Because
the will to eat. Brains.
Yeah, why is it that they have nutrients for brains? Why do they think that brains are satisfying to them? That wouldn't really keep them alive long anyway.
Oh, I think they just eat everything.
They eat everything.
Okay.
Zombies.
Oh, well, no, but you're right. They are always saying brains.
Yeah,
not always.
We're talking classic zombies.
Classic zombies.
We're doing 1960s zombies.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there was remember there was people who were thinking that the bath salts zombified people.
So
the zombie outbreak that happened in Florida.
Yeah.
When they're like, oh, this kid is a zombie. No, he's just high on bath salts.
It makes you want to eat people's faces. There was a guy who ate a cop's face off.
It's not that it makes you want to eat someone's face. I think you're just
hyper aggressive, and that's just what happens.
Yeah.
You become almost like feral.
Yeah, you're like,
feral.
I'm alive. It's like Cuban coffee. I'm alive.
Cuban coffee. Are you a big coffee drinker?
No.
I hate coffee.
I hate it.
It gives me a headache.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And usually, if people that like caffeine a lot that have coffee daily, whether it's 1, 2, 3 cups, as soon as they try to stop, then they get severe headaches.
Yeah.
Because it is a drug and you get withdrawals.
Hey, we were in the Starbucks the other day and saw 2 people get into a fight.
Oh, yeah? That happens to you a lot.
Holding their Starbucks.
That happens to you a lot.
Yeah! I was there!
Yeah,
there were these 2, one of them was super douchey, super douche, beyond douchedom. There were 2 firefighters, and of course I know this because one of the guys was trying to brag to me that he was a firefighter indirectly. This is his buddy, and his buddy is a casual, everyday firefighter, casual firefighter, and the other one's a forest firefighter. And he's like, yeah, as soon as you dig 8 feet trenches, you let me know about your job. I'm like, do not look me up and down.
He said, he was like, as soon as you dig 8-foot trench, 8 trenches or whatever. And he looks over at Arianna the whole time he's talking, whatever. He's going on and on and on about
nothing gets
trenches.
girls
And like
8-foot trenches.
Right. Yeah, to keep you away from it. No, but like the more irritated I get, the less of my mouth you can see. So I was just like, like you can always tell how mad I am if I.
Yeah.
I've
known people like that.
So they went and took their drinks outside, and Justin and I are going to get my drink, and then as soon as we step outside, the other guy's like, "Don't fucking talk about my job like that, man." And he's like, "You know what? I'm the fucking best." Justin, being the person he is, he's like, "Let's stay and watch the fight." I'm like,
yeah, of course,
"You
right?
would die. He would die in every horror film. Like, let's go inside the haunted house.
Oh, yeah, I am
let's
totally
see why
that
this
way.
man has an axe."
I'm totally that way. I gotta know stuff.
Let's see how this plays out first.
Yeah, I'm always the guy like, did you guys hear that? What was that? And I like go.
I'm the person that will live because I run the other way.
No, you're not. You're the one who's gonna kill themselves as soon as shit gets weird.
That's the zombies.
She's like, oh my god, something. She blows her head off.
I have to pay taxes.
Boom. As soon as shit gets hard, she's like, where's the gun?
No, so like I compromised with him. So we went to the street corner. I hid behind the corner, and Justin was just like peering
Do you
around.
remember what I
like,
said?
There's
Remember what I
say?
said? I was like, we are witnessing 2 men fight while drinking Starbucks.
2 grown men fighting with Starbucks.
Yes.
And there was a bunch of people in the street corner because it's Franklin Street, and they were all just looking at him in disbelief. Not the people fighting at him because he's so intrigued with the fight.
Oh yeah, people were kind of checking because I was like doing this like number where I'm like I got my back to the wall, but I'm kind of like doing one of these.
Yeah, it's so
Very
cool.
smooth.
And I'm like talking to the time.
Someone should have just like started a fire to try to break it up.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Guys,
Enough with it.
put your
both
differences
needed.
aside.
And one of the
we need
dudes-
firefighters.
Oh, and the guy upset me beyond belief because in the Starbucks, his friend got some like pumpkin spice latte or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Yeah, I don't drink those sissy frilly drinks." And he gets like a caramel frappuccino. I'm like, you are the definition of whatever you just said.
First of all, you're standing in Starbucks.
Yeah.
You, stop. Just stop. Just enjoy your coffee and leave.
These are 2 guys who need to get grabbed by Trump.
Yes,
they're
they need to get grabbed.
Probably voting for Trump anyway.
But he spends $5 on this little drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he just throws it.
Oh yeah, you feel it.
He threw it.
And that's some dedication to anger right there.
Firefighters, man.
He missed the trash can.
He did.
He like slammed on the trash can, just bounced off. Dumb ass.
Oh my god, firefighters.
I've known a couple.
Every firefighter I've ever known, the first thing they'll tell you is they're a firefighter.
I've only met one who isn't a douchebag.
I don't know a lot.
That's cool. Your friend?
Right.
He's cool.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah. But just about everyone else is,
They'll go out of their way to tell you that they're a firefighter.
I have a lot
It's
of
like
cousins
cops.
that are firefighters, and they're super, super chill about it. And they only bring it up whenever they're on call for something. They're like, "Oh yeah, I got to go to a job." That's it. But I actually know a lot of firefighters, more than I do most posts.
Someone. First of all, I wanna get on this for a little bit. I saw. She untied my shares. So no,
Cold
He's gonna
blooded
throw his latte.
someone
firefighter.
Someone posted a video today of a cop saving someone's life, and they were like, "See, cops are good." And I thought, your argument is invalid. And I'll tell you why your argument is invalid. Because any world that we live in where you have to post a video to remind people that cops are the good guys, there's a problem.
Yeah, that's already an issue.
And it was driving me absolutely crazy.
And it's nice to see hopeful videos, though.
It is. It is nice to reward the good
I would
deeds.
rather someone share a video of someone doing something good than someone being beaten up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'd rather let's just leave the videos alone anyway.
But
Just send videos of puppies.
That's what I would rather have. I'd rather have just videos of puppies.
That's the thing, though, is like, if you only focus on the negative, then of course people are going to have a negative perception of it.
Yeah, totally.
But to pretend like, well, he did something good, so that means that...
All cops are good. Yeah.
Well, it's just ridiculous. It's like, I don't know why anyone wants to defend that.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know why anyone wants to attack it, but I don't know why anyone would want to defend it either. I figure they're just...
I am a normal person to where I know. I don't need to see a video to know that cops do a good job.
Yeah, that's what
I already know that. But I also know that there are a few bad eggs. Another thing that I want to get on, let me get on the soapbox real fast. Let me just climb up on that soapbox real quick.
You hop in soapboxes.
I lived on a soapbox.
I did. You know me. I walk around just. All right,
But
so
at least you clean.
I'm so fresh. I'm so clean. So I saw people were talking about this high
I like
school.
liquid soap better.
Me too.
I did too. I prefer the liquid soap.
Like
In
soap
fact,
bars, that would slip out of my hand.
in fact,
and then I just think of the person and I
university-
get scared.
yeah.
Have you ever been
It
taking
is
a
so
shower?
hard to stay on a topic on this show.
Speaking of prison dropping the soap, why don't they just install soap dispensers?
Why don't they have soap on like the little wrist handles?
Yeah, that too.
Soap dispensers would be really great. But like, I don't know if you've ever done this, but like whenever I used to have soap bars in the shower and I'd drop it, I'd be like, oh no. I'd always look behind me to make sure no one was behind me before I would pick it up.
That's paranoia.
I know. It's
So
just because of watching Cops for a lot when I was younger and the incarceration shows. I'm sorry. Soapbox. Continue.
Yeah,
So anyway, before we got on that shit, there was a high school football student who went out and stood in the field during the national anthem because half of his classmates were taking a knee.
Mm-hmm.
This bugs me. Okay, first of all, this shouldn't even be a thing. Okay, why are we even talking about this? Who even gives a shit? One of the reasons why this country is so great, in my opinion, is because you have the ability that if you want to take a knee during the national
If you
anthem,
want to do a handstand, if you want to do a somersault.
do it. Who gives a shit what you do during the national anthem? Why is this such a big deal to me? Because I heard someone.
People.
I don't
Yeah.
care. I heard. Listen.
Their feelings get hurt.
I can't stand it. There's nothing, and one of the great things about being in this country is that if you don't like the fact that they're on their knee,
You can say something.
deal with it. Yeah,
And also, they can
protest.
Yeah, they can
protest the protest.
Yeah.
But why is this even a thing? Listen, they were saying in the article, they were saying, I applaud this young man for loving his country, as if the people on their knee don't. And I'm like, why is there this divide?
No,
listen,
they do love their country. But
I
they want it to be better.
I was told by a conservative one time, you just hate America. And I said, when did I ever give you the idea that I hate America? Why? It's because I criticize it all the time?
It's because people like that is easier to split it right down the middle than to actually figure out what's going on.
Yes.
Listen, if I wanted to stay in line and follow it and just be like, I love America no matter what, first of all, what in life do you ever say, I love it no matter what?
Yeah, exactly.
Anything you love, you always. The reason why you love something, you wanna critique it. Like we were talking the other day. She's really
like
hard.
children.
Well, she was talking to me. The one reason why I'm really hard on you is because I want you to be a great person, and
because I know you can do better, and I know that if I were to just hold your hand while you did it, if I let go, you would have no idea how to do anything.
Yeah.
And that's love.
Shut the fuck up.
So anyway, but I get where it's coming from. Like
wanting to correct something isn't
Doesn't
a
mean
sign
you
of
hate
hating it.
You want it to be best.
It's almost a stronger indicator that you care about something.
I look at the country like I do in most things. I look at this and I say, how can I fix this? How can I make this better?
Because if you had like a drug-induced, like someone who was addicted to drugs, like a family member or something,
say, go on and do it.
Yeah, if you're like, keep doing your drugs, it's fine. But if you're like, I would like you to get help.
Yeah.
Being hard on them would make them a better person.
Now, do I believe that a lot of the young men on the football team know why they're kneeling? No, it's a high school football team. They're probably just kneeling because it's cool.
They want to.
But at the same time, if they legitimately feel like something is wrong with the country and they want to make this place better because they love it, it's their home. Yeah. I still believe with everything that's going on, I would tell anybody, America is the greatest country there is.
It's the more extreme of whenever, because you put your hand over your heart for the anthem, right? Yeah. And whenever people wouldn't do that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, it's okay. Whenever people wouldn't do it is whenever people would start to get angry. They're like, oh, well, you don't like America. And now that people are kneeling, they're like, oh, you don't like America. Eventually, it'll just become this norm thing that people do.
Yeah. Not to get too off, but I went to...
Don't worry, it happens on the show, though.
I went to church one time, and they were reciting a prayer, and I just put my hand over my heart. I got the two confused. I was just sitting there like this.
Like, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Yeah. And then I kind of realized it, and so no one else would try to turn it into a...
Back scratch,
Shoulders a little tight there. But no, back to the thing. It's
the amount of embarrassing things I've done in a church is ridiculous.
I bet you. Yeah.
Like, because in the Catholic Church, people would be like, you say the prayer, and then everyone in the
No, he's Catholic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So everyone says Amen at the end of it, like the communal people say it.
Yeah.
I went to my dad's church, and they said the prayer. And no one said amen, but I was like, amen. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm the only one. And they just think I'm like praising Jesus in the back.
Amen.
Oh, God. There was someone that goes to the one you used to go to, and she'd always put her hand up during the songs. I was like,
I think that's full of shit.
well, that's exactly
I think
it.
it's a show.
She's an
I
idiot.
almost want to turn around and go, put it down. You put it down. You're
She just
not
wants
feeling.
people to think
I
that she
think
likes God more.
I think it's a show. I don't
They're
think
like
they actually.
high-fiving Jesus.
Listen, I am really critical of that. I don't think they actually feel the power of Jesus. I think they
I
just,
think some people are moved by it.
It's like kneeling.
I felt
It's just
it's just a thing.
you're
just a
you're
thing.
defending the kneeling, but against the hand raising.
I just something
yeah.
about it.
No, I agree with you. I think it is kind of dumb because it is insincere. That's
For
what's
some
so
people, it's
offensive about it. It's
insincere,
insincere. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, but the
There's some
one we're
people that are
speaking
just
of-
like honestly moved by it, and
Yeah.
because like I know one woman that went to my dad's church, she would cry every time songs came on, like certain hymns that were just like really powerful and moving to her.
Yeah.
But it's because it would remind her of her son that passed away, and I'm like,
Right.
that makes
No,
sense.
there's that, but every damn time. Come on, you can't be moved every damn time. Every time I hear Celine Dion sing "All by Myself," I'm not moved every time. There's only every now and again I get like, you know what, that was good. I needed that.
Hey, you want to do like a callback to an old episode?
Rewind. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Pause for like
go
1
for it, go
second. For 1 second.
Uh-huh.
Whenever you see the ASPCA commercial with the arms of the angel, do you not cry every time?
I do.
Because I do.
I do cry every
I know.
time.
I get like
I'm like, oh,
I get
man.
that weird like embarrassment chill. Like I almost feel bad. I almost feel
Yeah.
embarrassed for them because
Yeah.
I hate it.
I'm sorry. Throw back to the previous.
Throw back to the
episode.
previous show when I was talking about how I was supposed to go sing when I was a little kid.
Oh yeah.
Well, the song was Celine Dion's. Was that "The Heart Will Go On"?
My heart was
Oh my god.
That was the song that I was practicing to sing, and I actually ended up singing.
Can you do a little bit?
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I made it into the chorus, but I didn't sing. I stood with the chorus and just mouthed the words to "My Heart Will Go On."
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So anyway.
But that was my soapbox. I just wanted to get on that. I just
So,
wanted to get
but
on that.
what side are you on? Actually,
Are you on the kneeling side or the standing side?
See, I actually don't have
you think it's stupid that anyone's taking
that anyone's
any side.
doing anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like, because I don't think it's a thing. But like, I get that why they're kneeling.
Yeah.
I get why. I can see both. Okay, I can see like the. Actually, I don't really actually see on the side of like.
I feel like kneeling would be a more powerful allegiance to a flag.
Yeah.
You're
for
like
sure.
kneeling before it.
Right, because you kneel to get knighted.
Sure.
Mhm.
No, really. Like what Colin Kaepernick started,
Mhm.
could care less. If my thing is, if he has beef with the country and this makes him feel better about
Yeah.
it, do it.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
he
that's what,
knows,
like, that's
he
what
knows
the-
people are going to notice it. And if he feels like something important isn't being noticed,
But the people
and he
who
knows
are-
people will notice me, that's why he's,
But
he's
it
not doing it to
also-
disrespect me.
but it
he's doing
also-
it because he knows he can reach the most people by doing what he's doing.
But it also really pisses me off when like people have this. They're up on their high horse saying
like-
you hate America because you're doing this, and
Yeah.
you're being disrespectful to all the people who like died. I was like, no, those people died and fought the war so that he could live in a land where that you could do that.
Well, and also you could say that they're more offended by him kneeling than they are a bunch of unarmed people getting slaughtered.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, those are Americans that are getting killed.
those are.
So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like you. I don't know if that's the most
See,
effective way to do it.
patriotism to me is what you make it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, sure. If you're going around flag burning and shit, now that I don't condone that.
But you,
Right.
but
But
you
at
have a
the
right
same,
to do
but at
it.
the same time, I
Yeah.
let it happen.
Yeah.
That's like I was telling. I got into an argument with a conservative one time, and I said, "Look, I don't like it, but I also am not going to stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because as soon as we start doing that, we're no better than half the other countries in the world.
There's a ad running against Deborah Ross now.
She
how
supports.
Oh,
flag burning.
the veteran that wanted
Yeah.
the flag and she didn't help them. And
Yeah.
she's like, oh, I
And-
support flag burners.
Yeah, and then but she doesn't support it. But they want people to think that her not going against flag burners is a horrible thing. But it's like they have a right to do that.
Did you see her
It's just
counter
as
ad to
patriotic.
that? She's like, I love the flag. Let's continue.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is so stupid that it's not even worth really getting
Right.
into. But it is just it's strange because they're
It's like them saying she has cooties.
But
Stop.
but the concept of like we need to be against people doing that. It's sort of like it's not you're either for it or against it. You cannot be for it, but not sit there and try to get it outlawed.
Right.
Because they can do that if they want to. I mean, I think it's kind of dumb too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of like little spectacles people do are stupid.
Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm indifferent to this.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I get there's a problem, and like I said, if this is how he feels like he wants to get it out.
Well, the first time was a good intention because he was doing it for a protest for a cause that he believed in. Now people are just doing it to be like, yeah, I agree with you.
The high school football team, I'm like,
it does.
What are they, 17, 16 years old? They don't know what they're doing.
It almost feels like they're doing it to protest people protesting him doing it.
Yeah.
Like they're almost doing it to...
I don't think they thought that much into it, honestly.
Really?
Listen, I went to high school. We all went to high school. We know these kids. I think they're just doing it because they're doing it.
I don't know. I think I get
surprise you.
Yeah, I get people more credit.
Kids are stupid these days. I honestly, I don't think. I think they're just taking it. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think they're just out there doing it. But I mean, honestly, if they want to do it, I still don't care. If they want to do it, do it. If they really feel like they've got something that they want to talk about, do it.
The only argument against it that I thought was
I got too much homework. I'm taking a Neither International.
the only argument I thought that was somewhat valid was saying that. That's not his time to do that. That he's working for them.
Yeah.
That when he puts that jersey on, he's representing their team. And you wouldn't go to the EPA and start doing shit to protest.
They would not put up with that.
Because it's not your place.
Yeah, they would not put up with that at all. They'd be like, you can go protest out in the parking lot on your way home.
So I kind of feel
you are packing your box because you fired.
Yeah, so I kind of see that argument, but at the same time, if they're allowing it, then they're allowing it.
Yeah.
And then it becomes okay.
I mean, it has to be one of those things where the NFL puts rules. Yeah. If the NFL does not want their brand to be tarnished by this, then he has to abide by those rules of the company.
I would say they're in a pretty undesirable position because no matter what way they come out on it,
they're going to lose either way.
They're going to lose either way. So it's best to almost just not say anything.
We're talking about the NFL here, where half of their players are always getting in trouble for beating their wives.
Yeah,
and all this stuff. I mean, they're tarnished
the proudest.
They might as well
institution.
I mean, they might as well just do whatever you want. Just let's play some football. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. What? I've come up with an invention.
Good.
Oh boy.
This one's quite good, I think. All right, so I was thinking about things in life that I can improve, as I always do. You know, what can I fix?
Mm-hmm.
You know, something in my life that I don't like. How can I make it better?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I hate doing the most out of anything ever is hanging up clothes after they're dry. And right now in my dryer, there's my clothes.
That's a genetic thing.
Yeah.
That's how Audra is.
I hate doing it. And so
I'm cool with it.
I actually a lot of the clothes I'll wear, I'll go and just pluck it out of the dryer and throw it on.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I'll run it a little bit.
That would drive me.
I'll run it a little bit to get some wrinkles out, but other than that, I'll just go in there. And then too, it's nice and warm when you get out of the shower. But anyway, when you dry it a little bit, it gets nice and warm. You get out of the shower, you dry.
So you're not warm in the shower?
No, you're always cold when you get out.
No, I thought you were saying the washing machine. I thought you were calling it like a shower for the clothes.
Oh no.
It's better when they come out of the shower.
No.
Like you were calling it.
I shower my clothes.
I shower my clothes. Isn't it like a shower?
And then I blow dry them.
It's like a shower for clothes?
Yeah.
So
it's anyway, not like a bath.
So anyway, the dryer gets this.
It's more like drowning.
All right.
It's like being stuck into a whirlpool.
Just like shirts are like, no.
So to understand this invention, okay, you have to reinvent the dryer, okay? So do away with what you know about dryers, okay? Just do away with everything you know about dryers.
I'm just waiting for the invention.
All right, so here we go.
You want me to forget everything I know about dryers?
Forget everything you know about dryers.
But then how do I know what you're talking about?
Here we go.
That's an old Mitch Hedberg joke.
All right, fine. All right, so you've just put your clothes in the dryer, they're going, and they're done. And now you dread the idea of like, God, when they're done, I gotta go and I gotta hang up every individual one of these pieces of shits in the closet, right? I don't want to do that. Hang on. All right, so a dryer that works kind of like a conveyor belt, okay, inside. Okay, listen. When the dryer is done, it puts down a little, it goes, and it just drops a little rat.
That's how it works.
It drops down.
If it doesn't go, you know it didn't work.
It didn't work, right?
Did you hear the buzz?
It drops down a little.
Something's wrong with my conveyor belt. I didn't hear the.
It drops down a little hanger.
A little bee's.
And the dryer the dryer is able to put the shirt on the hanger for you. So when you're done, it just opens up and all of them are aligned on a hanger. You just take them all out.
They have an automatic folder device that is now attachable to dryers.
No, they do not.
They do.
No, they do not.
I can show you. There's videos of it.
Wrong.
Okay,
wrong.
calm down.
Wrong.
This is ridiculous. This is one of your worst yet.
No, it's not.
This is really dumb.
I know this is beyond its years. Okay, this is beyond its years. This is like...
They've got automatic hangers, and it's called your hands.
But I'm still doing all the work. I don't want to do any of the work.
Well, then you still have to carry the clothes upstairs. So then
That's
you have to
fine.
make a new
I just don't want to stand there with each piece of clothing and put a hanger on it and then stick it in the closet.
I feel like if you had a better wardrobe, you wouldn't mind. Ooh, I'm just kidding. This is the best because I picked this out, by the way.
I'm not saying what's wrong with the way I'm dressed. I think I've been dressing better these days.
Yeah, that's because I went and took you clothes shopping.
Yeah.
And showed you what to wear.
I don't know.
No,
Is this really a problem?
This is a problem. This drives me crazy. That's why right now there are clothes sitting in the dryer that have been in there.
This is a problem for maybe like 5% of Americans.
The best part of Americans.
But where does it end, though?
What do you mean?
Well, what if you decide I don't like getting my own food? Can I get a conveyor belt?
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool, yeah.
Yeah, he likes it.
Yeah, that'd be
What if you
pretty cool.
decide you don't want to drive yourself to work? Would you have a conveyor belt to work?
Travis Scott.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What if you're like, oh, I don't want to bathe myself? Let's get a contraption where
Automatic bathers.
Now that I enjoy. Yeah.
Oh my
A little too
gosh.
I like that.
So, all right. This means that you're going to have to build a whole, like, hallway sort of thing. Like a little, like,
No, it's not
tunnel.
going to go straight to your thing, your clothes. It just hangs it up for you. You still have to open the door and take all the clothes, but at least now they're on hangers.
So you still have to...
No, the part that I do not
What
has
is this-
been eliminated.
what does this
all
look
I
like?
have to do.
What does this look like, though?
I think it's a taller structure.
Okay. So you've got the little spot where you put them in the dryer. You close it.
You close it.
It turns them around.
It turns them around and whatnot.
Yeah.
Then, as their like little robotic claws come out and they pick up the thing.
Yes.
It scans it. It knows it's a.
It's
a
So it
you
has
need
a
a
scanner?
It does because it has to know the shape.
Oh my gosh.
So the shape. Listen.
So it knows if it's a turtleneck or not.
Yeah. So it knows this is a turtleneck. All right. So
it
now,
talks too.
It talks.
creepy.
No, it doesn't talk.
What's the malfunction
This
of
is the computer. This is the
Must
computer.
hang up, Justin.
This is the computer thinking. All right. It scans it. It lets the computer know what type of shirt it is, the measurements. So
There's a computer in this now.
Well, it has to be because it's got a scanner and it's got to know what to do. It's got robotic
I guess
claws,
that's
right?
true, sorry.
So now the hanger comes down.
Yeah.
Okay, it's full of hangers, which you'll have to replace. Obviously, they're just not endless supply of hangers. It's not just recreating hangers.
Yeah.
You put the hangers in there. They'll be specific. You can buy them at a store.
Yeah.
So anyway, they come down and this shirt is hung on the thing, goes to the side, picks up the next one, does it. So that when you're done, all you do is open the door. They're all on hangers for you. You pick up the whole stack
So
and
it's
you
a
sit
separate
it
door.
right. Yeah.
You got like a
I
little
hope
house
every
some
time you
kind.
pick up your little load of hangers that they all just fall out.
Now that would
Every
suck.
time.
Well, yeah, I just...
No, but you take the thing and
How
now
much would this cost if you're going to sell this?
Ooh.
How much does a washer or a dryer cost?
They're about what, $300?
Yeah, a couple $100.
So this one would
Couple bucks.
a couple of bucks. And just go down and pick some
Stack up my dryers.
Yeah, I have spares.
Actually, my family does have spare dryers. They just never throw out the other ones, and then they finally start working again. So like, oh yeah,
They finally start again.
Finally, the damn thing decided to work.
How do you know?
We just
you
have
just
a row.
decide like,
Like,
oh,
one day
let's
I'll-
see if the broken one works now.
Like I never knew that they were broken, so I threw my
Oh,
clothes in
okay.
there. My clothes would come out dry. They're like, "What? That one was broken." I was like, "No, it probably wasn't." But
I think it would
how much
cut.
would this cost? Because that's a lot of hardware.
It's probably going to be around $1,000.
I would say it's more like $3,000 for that
No, it's not.
installment. Oh yeah,
This is in the future.
this is a
though.
computer.
in the future.
This is a computer. This is a computer-generated device, which also is a part of machinery, which also is probably going to be this large
We'll
stack of a
just
thing.
get young Asian kids to make it and sell it cheap.
That is terrible. That is so terrible.
You know how
You
earlier
need
you
to
said.
boycott it.
You know how earlier you said you worry you might turn out like Trump.
You are like borderline.
No, really, this is a great invention.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not
I got an
great.
okay.
I
What do you
wouldn't
mean it's
buy
not great?
It's not
I wouldn't
great.
buy it.
I wouldn't
You
buy
don't
it.
ever have to hang up
If,
your...
here's the thing though. If I was walking in the store and saw this, I'd definitely be like, oh, cool. Let's check it out.
Very cool.
But I wouldn't buy it.
But then they also already have an automatic folding machine.
No, they don't.
They do.
They don't have anything that can hang up your damn clothes.
I feel like we were cheated.
What do you mean?
I feel like you need to come up with something around
It
the
needs to be
spot.
something like more interesting.
Come up with
This
something.
was interesting.
That was
I was
you.
trying to fix
Okay.
what I
New
don't
invention.
like.
While I look at the video of the automatic folder.
Come up with something around the spot. You can do it. Something better than that. Dead air.
There's nothing better than that.
Okay, think of something that
That's the
bothers
best
you.
thing ever.
What
man.
bothers you?
What bothers me? There's a lot that bothers me.
A little robot that picks up kneeling football players.
Yeah, it sits them straight.
Now kneeling.
Oh man, I don't know what else there could be.
It's okay. Think of a different appliance.
Think of
I feel like if we were going to reinvent an appliance, that's an appliance, right?
you know, it would
Is
be
that technically an appliance? I always consider appliance things in the kitchen. But I guess that's an appliance, right?
Yeah.
Foldy mate will take the hassle out of folding clothes.
I got an idea.
Okay.
You know what?
You need to link this in the.
You know what would be cool?
Yeah.
Is if all cabinets
Okay.
were a washing machine.
What?
Listen,
What?
a dishwasher. Think about
The little
like.
folder looks better now.
No. I just thought of this. Think
I
about
got what
like
you're
if
saying.
all of your cabinets, you put your plates in there,
The
right?
plates
You can
one,
put your dirty plates back in there, and it just
Just
washes
wash
the whole thing.
They have that already.
Would you shut up? on
They
that?
do! They have it already!
What, a
I watch
fully
a lot of
loaded
home
cab-
improvement shows.
So
Yeah,
your
they
main,
have-
your main gripe with stuff is putting away.
No, you don't
Yes, I don't like putting away.
Right.
I like cleaning. I don't like putting away when it's done. No, really, I don't. No, but like, I think that'd be
That's
cool.
kind of that.
You just put your dirty plates back where they came from, and it washes it all together. So
But
you're
how are you
constantly pulling out
stacking
clean
them though?
ones.
How are you stacking
Now
them?
you can put dirty plates on top of clean ones, but they're gonna get cleaned again anyway.
Yeah, but how's it going to clean the ones if they're sitting on top?
Oh, you would have to lay it like an array. It'd have to be sideways.
Oh, and then when you open it up when they're clean, you have to put them the right
No,
way. Or
you just
keep them that
take
way?
them out of that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty much you just have a dishwasher.
You have a dishwasher and you just open the dishwasher when you want something.
You know what's funny about that?
You already do that?
I already kind of do that.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? I will wash the same glass 100 times because I never touch it, but I put all the dirty ones back in there with
That's
it.
what
and
it's like
wash
living
it.
the bachelor life, you know?
That's what I do. I mean, and the thing is, I'm always opening up the dishwasher. It's always clean. It's always ready to go. I don't have to put anything away. I just grab a plate out of there, grab a fork, put it back when I'm done, wash the whole damn thing again.
See, the problem with these adventures is what happens when they all fail.
Yeah.
I guess I have to do something. Then. Well, I guess I got to put them away.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just not satisfied. I need another
It
invention.
needs
Well,
something
you'll
good.
have to wait till next week.
I
then.
can't.
No.
It's too.
These are really good. These are really good. Look, I can't reinvent the wheel every week. These are really good.
Let's. Okay. What have you come up with? Just do a running list now.
Oh, I came up
Someone
with...
that stands in line for you.
Yeah, someone who brings you... drones that bring stuff
Your
to you.
groceries, which they already have. And...
Cereal.
I came up
bar.
with cereal
Oh, a
bar,
cereal bar. Yeah.
which Nick
Which
loves.
they already have in California.
In California.
And...
What was last week's? It was so bad I don't even remember. What? You don't even remember it was so bad. What was last week's?
I don't remember. Oh yeah, this is great.
What
it
was
was the dating app that you just scam
Oh,
people
yeah.
with.
Oh,
No.
they already have.
Yeah.
And then...
That was good.
And now the automatic folder, which they already have, called the
It's
folder.
not an automatic folder. It hangs up clothes. It doesn't fold shit.
Oh, is the thing just fold doesn't hang?
Yeah, it's called folding.
It
It folds
doesn't
sweaters, it
do
folds
it.
pants,
It
folds
doesn't do
shirts.
it. It just puts it on a clothes hanger for you for then you to go and collect.
I'd call that hanging out.
It's not.
I should have named it.
Call it hanging out. That's pretty good, actually.
Thank you.
That's actually pretty good. The Hangout 3000.
Get out of here. Boo.
I just feel like before we would come up with that, we would come up with just like a little robot. Just a personal robot.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be nice.
It would
A little assistant.
eliminate everything, yeah.
That would be good.
Have you guys seen those old cartoons? Well, I guess it was only one, but it was like the The House of Tomorrow or something like that?
No.
Where it was just a whole, like... This was, like, back in... When I was a kid, in the 90s, but I think it was even further back from, like, 70s, right? But it was supposed to be, like, what houses are going to be like in like, 2000.
How close were they?
very far off.
Pretty far off, yeah.
Yeah, but it was, like...
I just remember the Jetsons.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like that, but I remember it had stuff like what you're describing. It was, like, a little things that hang stuff. I feel like the floor had like suction, so if like you spilled something, it would immediately just get sucked down into like a drain.
Weird.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
like that.
you would like this little.
I would. I like this place already.
Yeah,
I do.
you like you want something, you just say it, and like the refrigerator like
Listen,
brings
You're
it
just
out.
like orange juice.
let me
Yeah.
get nerdy real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek.
Wait, get nerd?
Star Trek, right? The
We
reason
always go back to Star Trek.
because Star Trek's amazing. Star Trek.
I always piss Justin off because I just anytime he says Star Trek, I sing the Star Wars. Dun, dun, dun,
It's not
dun,
Star
dun,
Trek. No,
What do you think is better?
Star Trek.
I don't.
dun. Yeah.
All right, so
Same.
Star Trek's way better. But
I was
that's
never
for
really into either, but I think Star Wars is better.
next week. I'll tell you why Star Trek is better. I'll start with
Ooh,
that.
I'm gonna be
Next
sick
week-
next
next
week.
Next week I'll tell you why. But I'll start with this.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why Star Trek is so good is because our life has been modeled after that thing. And in Star Trek, their economy is they have no poverty whatsoever because they no longer have money. They no longer view money as a thing. And one of the things that they have, as far as they have these things called replicators, and they literally scanned all these different foods and anything you want into this replicator. And you can say, I want a hot cup of coffee with such and such, and the replicator literally makes it for you.
Yeah.
And you can have whatever you want. That would be cool because then you could just say like, oh, I want a cheeseburger. And think, "Beep, there it is.
Speaking of making burgers, did you see that Japanese dude who made like burgers out of shit?
Yes.
Why?
And he ate them. I guess to be efficient.
Oh
I
my
did. I
god.
also saw-
Bioefficiency.
I also saw where
He said it tasted good.
I also saw this, and I
I'd
like
never eat
this.
one.
I like this. Oh, I want to talk about something else next week on the show. We'll talk about this.
Have you
next
ever had
week on the show.
McDonald's? You've had shit burgers.
I also saw where a guy has invented a burger that tastes just like a burger.
Oh, it's made of plant.
plant.
Yeah, and it bleeds too.
I'm 100% behind it. I'm 100% behind it.
Oh,
that'd be
hell
alright.
yeah.
Yeah,
They've-
yeah.
That's been going on for the past 3-4 years.
I'm 100%. I would like to see
What's
that.
your take
everywhere.
on like pills, food pills?
I'm against all forms of pills.
Yeah, the problem I think with that is food is so much. It's like it's not just to eat and fuel yourself. Like people, it's like
It's kind of a pleasurable thing.
it's definitely pleasurable.
Definitely
and
for me.
and it's also sort of like
It's an enjoyment. It's a bonding.
It's like an outing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like to eat. It actually makes me feel. I'm actually an emotional eater.
yeah. Most people are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people are.
Oh yeah.
Like right now, I really want ice cream. You want to get ice cream? I
Oh
really
my
want ice
god, ice cream sounds good. I like gelato better than ice cream. Just because you can have a little bit, but it feels like you're eating so much more, and it's just sugary and good.
I don't know if I've ever had gelato, or if I did, I don't know.
Oh, we need to get gelato sometime.
Yeah, it's
Let
good.
me introduce you
What is
to the Italian ice cream.
She
What's the
introduced me
difference?
to gelato.
Gelato has half the fat, twice the sugar. It's made without milk.
Oh, well, that'd be good because I can't. That's one reason I don't get into ice cream.
Yeah,
Is it
I
milk?
think it's made without. I need to look that up before I poison you.
Okay.
But it's so good. It's just like I don't know how to describe it. It's more aerated.
Mm-hmm.
It's
just
so
better.
good.
Do you guys like sherbet?
Sherbet.
Do you know that it's
I love
not-
sherbet.
Do you know that it's sherbet?
Sherbet.
It's actually
Sherbet?
it's actually originally. I think people have said sherbet so much that that is acceptable now.
Sherbet.
But it's actually sherbet. There's no R in the original.
Oh yeah.
It was just sherbet.
I've seen that.
But I've only ever called it sherbet.
Our family, whenever we have a beach trip that we go to, we always get sherbet for
I
the
almost
kids.
want to just keep saying sherbet.
Yeah, sherbet.
I heard
It's just so much
somebody-
more fun to say.
Yeah,
I heard
Sherbet.
somebody I know calls it sorbet.
That's different, isn't it?
Yeah, there's sherbet and then sorbet. Sherbet has milk in it, and sorbet is just ice and flavoring.
Sorbet is I'm assuming sorbet is like the gelato. Of
Yeah,
sherbet.
sorbet is like the darker colors.
Yeah.
It's like the deep red, the deep green, the deep
I
yellow.
don't know.
And
I only
sherbet
know
is
the-
like
I only know
pink
the
and
Kevin
lime
Sorba.
green. Get the fuck out of here, man.
That guy's
You know what? I would
weird.
love to spend the rest of the show talking about ice cream, but we literally can't.
I mean, we can.
I mean,
We really could.
I'm getting crazy. I need the actual ice cream anyway.
Oh, okay. So we need to go get ice cream.
Okay.
But next week on the show, I think we should talk a little science. I've already got some good ideas for next week.
Real science?
Yeah, real science.
Like actual,
Well,
like just
a little bit of both.
We talked that like theoretical stuff. Now
We're going to talk theoretical science and actual science next week. We're going to do that. We're going to do that next week. Thanks for listening to us on Shooting Little. I am Justin.
I'm Ariana.
I'm Ross.
And we will see you back here next week for a little science talk. So we'll see you back here next week. Take it easy. Bye.